Now, I know somebody listening to me right now is going through it. You're in the fight of your life. Your back is against the wall. Bills are stacking up, and payday feels like it's miles away. Your health might be failing. You're working harder than you've ever worked, yet the results, they're not showing up the way you expected. Maybe you've lost someone you love. Maybe the people you thought would be there for you walked away when you needed them most. And you're saying to yourself, E.T., how do I keep going when life keeps hitting me? How do I stay motivated when everything feels like it's falling apart? Listen to me. Before we even get started, hit that subscribe button, press that bell icon so you never miss a single message that could change your life. And I want you to drop a comment. Tell me your story, your struggle, your dream, because we're in this together. We are building a community here, a family that lifts each other up when life tries to pull us down. Here's the truth. You don't stay motivated because everything feels good. You stay motivated because you remember why you started. That's it. That's the secret. You don't need everything to be perfect. You don't need every situation to be smooth. You need a reason so strong, so unshakable, that no storm can wash it away. Picture a runner in a marathon. By mile 30, the legs are shot. The calves feel like concrete. The lungs are burning. The body is screaming as T-ope. But they don't stop. Why? Because they didn't train for months to quit in the middle. They didn't wake up at 4 a.m. in the rain, run through blisters and shin splints just to give up because they're tired. They see the finish line in their mind before they ever see it with their eyes. That's how you have to be in life. You can't wait until you feel motivated. You've got to run the race in your head over and over until it's impossible for you to walk away. When you know where you're going, why you're going there, it doesn't matter how tired you are. You keep moving. Some of you lose motivation because you keep staring at the pain. And I'm telling you, stop it. Stop focusing on what hurts and start focusing on what it's going to feel like when you win. Stop counting the scars and start counting the lessons. Pain is temporary. Say it with me. Pain is temporary. It might last an hour, a day, a month, even a year, but eventually it will subside and something else will take its place. But if you quit, that lasts forever. When Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, he didn't quit. He went home, cried, and then he worked harder than anyone else in that gym. That pain became fuel. Years later, that same boy who didn't make the team became the greatest basketball player the world has ever seen. Why? Because he didn't let the pain define him. He let the purpose drive him. Let me give you another example. Thomas Edison, over 1,000 failed attempts to create the light bulb. Do you think he felt motivated after attempt number 876? No, but he understood something. Every failure was one step closer to success. His setbacks were actually setups for the invention that would change the world. Some of you need to change your language. You call it a failure. I call it feedback. You call it the end. I call it the middle of the story. You call it too hard. I call it test of how bad you want it. Motivation in tough times doesn't come from just hoping it gets better. It comes from what you feed your mind every single day. If all you consume is negativity, the news, the gossip, the social media drama, don't be surprised when your motivation runs out. Feed your mind what fuels your fire. Read books about people who overcame worse than you're facing. Watch videos that inspire you instead of drain you. Surround yourself with people who see your potential, not just your problems. I remember being homeless, sleeping in abandoned buildings, eating out of garbage cans. People told me, "It's over for you, Eric." But I kept feeding my mind with hope. I listened to tapes, read books, prayed, wrote down my goals every day. And that's what kept me going when my reality said I should give up. Let me tell you something most people don't want to hear. Discipline beats motivation every single time. Motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going when motivation is gone. You're not always going to feel like grinding. You're not always going to feel like showing up. But if you're disciplined, you do it anyway. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't become one of the greatest footballers in history because he felt like training every day. He became great because he trained whether he felt like it or not. Cold mornings, rainy days, tired legs, didn't matter. The discipline was stronger than the feelings. When life gets tough, you've got to ask yourself, is this happening to me or is this happening for me? If you see it as something happening to you, you feel powerless. But if you see it as something happening for you, suddenly there's a lesson, a purpose, a reason to keep going. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison. 27 years. Most people would have given up, but Mandela saw those years as preparation, as shaping him into the leader who would later unite a divided nation. His mindset was that the struggle was not punishment, it was training. Your why has to be so strong that it makes quitting impossible. If your reason is weak, your motivation will be weak. But if your reason is strong, nothing can stop you. If your why is to make sure your kids never grow up in poverty, you will find a way to keep moving even when you're tired. If your why is to break a generational curse, you will keep studying, keep hustling, keep fighting, no matter what. I've spoken to single mothers working 2 jobs, going to school at night, and raising kids alone. They don't do it because it's easy. They do it because their why is stronger than their exhaustion. Sometimes staying motivated in tough times means breaking the mountain into pebbles. You don't climb Everest in a single leap. You take it step by step. When I was trying to finish my degree, after dropping out, it was overwhelming. The idea of 4 years of work made me want to quit. So I stopped thinking about 4 years and started thinking about one class. I didn't focus on 120 credits. I focused on the next assignment, and every small win gave me the energy to get to the next one. That's how you keep going. You win the day, then you win the week, then you win the month, and before you know it, you've won the year. Every champion you've ever heard of was once a contender who refused to quit. They had every reason to walk away, and they didn't. Oprah Winfrey was told she wasn't fit for television. Steven Spielberg was rejected from film school 3 times. J.K. Rowling was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter was accepted. Imagine if any of them had stopped at the first. No, the world would be missing some of its greatest stories. I've seen it too many times. People quit right before the breakthrough. You've been digging and digging, and you're inches away from striking gold, but you stop because you're tired. Don't you dare stop now. Your breakthrough might be one more phone call, one more workout out, one more meeting, one more day of showing up. So here's what I want you to do. Stay locked in, stay consistent, keep showing up. Even if you're crawling, you're still moving. Don't let the storm convince you the sun isn't coming. Your why is stronger than your what. When life gets tough, remind yourself you've survived every bad day you've had so far. That means you're undefeated. And as long as you don't quit, you can't lose. Now go out there and prove to yourself that you've got more in you. Keep running your race. Keep fighting your fight. And when you get to that finish line, look back at everything you overcame and say to yourself, it was worth it, because it will be.